Fernand, my old friend, to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
I thought it was time we resumed our discussion.
Yes, and what discussion would that be?
You know very well. We were discussing a marriage between your daughter and my son. They are both old enough. I see no reason to wait any longer.
Yes, well, you will understand if I ask for a few days to reflect before I give you an answer.
What do you mean?
I mean, it has been some time since we've spoken on the topic, and since certain unforeseen circumstances have occurred.
What circumstances?
It is difficult to explain.
Let me be sure I understand you. I have come to remind you of our agreement. You failed to redeem the pledge. I have a right to an explanation which you claim is difficult. You decline to ally yourself to my family.
I insist I'm not canceling our agreement. I merely delay it for a time, and during that time I am certain you will put these slanders to rest.
Who dares to slander me?
It seems that someone has taken an interest in your illustrious military career, Fernand. Questions about your time in Yanina, about the Pasha, his wife and daughter. It's too bad that none of them are around anymore to attest to your loyalty.
What game is this?
I believe we understand each other, Fernand.
You, of all people, should know that I am not a man to be trifled with.
And you should know that the secrets we both share would prevent me from spreading rumors about you in opposition newspapers. Nonetheless, I have a family to consider. Fix this and we will talk. Eugenie and Albert are still young. Can afford to wait a few weeks. Very good.
Well, look at this place.
How did you find me here, Caderousse?
I followed you from the Danglars. This game grows more interesting all the time. The Baron and I actually go way back, you know. Be careful if I were you, Bendedtto. He's not as warm and cuddly as he seems.
Sent the money last week, just like you asked.
You sent a servant. Wouldn't come see your old friend yourself. Hurt my feelings, Bendedtto.
What do you want? More money? That is one thing I've more than enough of.
Wrong. And that's one thing your benefactor, the Count of Monte Cristo, has more than enough of. But what if you were to fall out of his favor? What would become of me?
We'd be in the same boat.
Your fall would be a little further than mine, I think. But not to worry. I've got it all out. What I need is a nest egg. This little game you have going, I want it.
You can't be serious.
Oh, why not?
This game is above your league.
Oh, what? Play acting and dressing fancy. You're right, I've never gone in much for that.
I told you before, it's more than that. This is a family matter.
You're not going to tell me that the Monte Cristo is your long-lost father or something ridiculous like that, are you?
No, not him.
I don't care, Bendedtto. Look, I'll keep it simple. You let me know when your friend the Count is away from home. And I'll stop by and clean house for a bit. What do you say?
You're mad.
And you need me to keep quiet, Count Andrea Cavalcanti.
Tonight, he'll be at the Aubrey with this Greek girl.
Tonight. I'll see you then, Bendedtto.
Albert, what is it?
I'm to fight today in the cause of honor. I come to beg you to render me a service. Will you be my second?
Slow down. With whom are you going to fight?
Read for yourself.
It has long been believed that the castle of the Pasha of Yanina fell to the Turks after a brutal attack, and that the Pasha himself was killed in defense of his citadel at the end of the Greek and Turkish war. However, new evidence has come to light which implicates the French general Fernand Mondego in the final surrender.
You see, my father was the Pasha's chief military advisor. This swine seeks to claim that he had a hand in his death, that he betrayed the Pasha whom he had sworn to protect.
This article suggests your father committed treason.
You see now why I must fight. I inherit my father's name, and I do not choose that the shadow of disgrace should darken it. I ask you again, will you be my second?
No.
No. How can you object?
I do not say that you ought not fight. I only say that a duel is a very serious thing, and ought not be undertaken without due reflection.
Did this man reflect before he insulted my father?
Suppose the assertion to really be true.
No son ought to submit to such a stain on his father's honor.
Albert, listen. This man, whoever he is not your enemy. No, Hear me out. This is a man who works in some cramped office, his back stiff from leaning over a desk, his fingers stained with years of ink. What is he to your father, or your father to him? No, this man is not your enemy who did nothing but print words in a paper. You must look deeper. Consider, these events took place, what, 16, 17 years ago?
I suppose.
It's no mistake that this comes to light now. You must find the source of these words.
But how?
Not by picking fights with random newspaper editors. Your enemy would not leave a trail for you to follow that way. Be prudent. You cannot flush this enemy out, not yet. But, if you are patient, he will make his next move.
And then?
And then you will know the truth. And you will be able to act accordingly.
You're home.
How did it go with the Baron?
Fine. I thought you were taking the date to the opera.
As you can clearly see, that is not the case. I'm expecting a visitor. What's the matter, Bendedtto? You seem on edge.
I'm fine.
Good. Tell me about Danglars.
Went just as you said it was. The man is still suspicious, but he's getting desperate. Between the funds you keep drawing from him on the one end and the bad investments on the other, should be penniless in a month.
Very good. Was there something else?
Be informed. There's been no sign of him.
No, not yet.
We had an agreement.
And I will uphold my end so long as you uphold yours.
Why toy with them?
What, you'd prefer a knife to the rib? Quick and painless, just like that.
You think I'd let it be painless?
I think that you can never make it painful enough. You've come with me this far. I've brought you this close. Let me take you all the way. Remember where I found you? A convict, half-starved, on your way to the guillotine, and you deserved it. What? Are you going to deny it? Now, to me. Have you forgotten so soon?
I haven't forgotten, and neither should you. You know what I'm capable of.
On the contrary, I'm counting on it. Ah, that would be Monsieur Caderousse.
Caderousse?
Good evening, Monsieur Caderousse. I knew you would make your way to me eventually.
The Count of Monte Cristo, I presume. Did Bendedtto tell you I was coming?
No. No, he didn't have to. Your whole life has led you to where you are standing right now.
Your voice is familiar. I've met somewhere before.
Yes, Lord Caderousse, I offer you now a chance at absolution.
Are you alone, sir?
I am.
The worse for you then.
Who are you?
That's it. You would have ruined everything.
Very likely. Monsieur Caderousse could always be counted on to do anything but the right thing.
How did you know?
Count?
Get out now.
Count, are you home?
Albert! Is that you?
Sorry.
Come here quickly.
What happened?
I found him senseless at the gate when I arrived. He appears to have been stabbed.
Did anybody else see it?
No.
Bendedtto! Bendedtto!
Bendedtto. Is that who attacked you?
Albert, I need you to go find help while I tend to his wounds. Can you do that?
Of course.
Hurry!
You! Oh, Bendedtto!
Silence. God, in his mercy, has given you these extra few moments that you might reflect and repent.
Who are you? I know you.
Yes, Caderousse, you knew me once. You may not have written the letter that condemned me, but your inaction helped fasten my chains. A word from you could have fixed everything. But you chose silence, and now I stand before you rich, happy, and safe, while you lie in utter despair.
Look. Look at my face. Do you know what Providence is?
You. It's you. Oh. Oh, God.
That's one.